How you doing? I am your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, the best film writer and director in St. Louis. Facts, award-winning published author, activist, journalist, podcaster, actor, business owner, Lacey G. Souldier Turner. But yeah. So we're here to talk about my film, Are You Vaccinated? My short film. How this film came about is, if anybody know me, I am one of those directors who love to make powerful films that create dialogue. No matter whatever short film it is, like if it's about mental illness, bullying, relationships drama, anything in my horror film. I just like to create dialogue. And what made me want to do this film right now, because this has been a thing that has been affecting not only my life, your life, but everyone's life the past couple of years. The pandemic, COVID-19, it's been here, it's still been sticking around. It's new variants all the time. So I felt this was something that's been an ongoing conversation forever. You got people who's for the vaccination, you got people that's against the vaccination, the vaccine or whatever. So I wanted to, create a powerful, creative story. And what better way, since everything is going on right now, to write a film called Are You Vaccinated? So I had to shoot this film. Like I said, I needed to shoot this before May the 31st. So I shot this film. So I think the shooting day was May the 19th, but I can use place, whatever. So it's May 1st. And I have to film this film. And mind you, this film is heavily dialogue. This is not just about action movements and everything. This is a heavy dialogue film. So at the beginning, mind you, I didn't have no cinematographer, no audio person, no actors, nothing. I just had this script. Are You Vaccinated script. It was finally finished, done, a masterpiece. I was like, okay, perfect. So I put out a listing in STL auditions, whatever, so I was waiting for people to hit me back. I got a lot of, submissions and everything. So one thing I also wanted to do, so with this film, like I said, is heavy dialogue. So I needed intensity from these actors, whoever I picked. So anybody who hit me back with their headshot and resume. So I sent them the Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men, you can't handle the truth. I sent them that. I wanted them to be in the comfort of their own home and send me a video audition of that monologue back, because that'll give me away, because sometimes, people, if they come to auditions, they're trying to read off a piece of paper. You can't see that talent inside of these actors. So I wanted them to be in the comfort of their own homes when they sent this back to me.
Well, I was on STL auditions and I was just looking through, and then I saw yours pop up and I'm like, oh, sure, that sounds cool. And then I messaged you with my resume and headshot, and you're like, oh, you're impressive, let me see this monologue. And I was kind of confused at first when you gave me the monologue, because it was a guy's monologue, A Few Good Men, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna roll with it. And then here I am.
Yeah, same for me. Went to STL auditions, applied, and I was a little afraid because I was really late for the due date. I had like a day to do it, and I did it. And A Few Good Men is a very good movie, Jack Nicholson. So of course I tried to mimic that, but I couldn't do that. But somehow I got it, and I'm very grateful and thankful for the opportunity.
First, Are You Vaccinated? The two main characters it was a black man and a white man. So when I got the submissions back, Mary McNamara, who plays Jennifer in Are You Vaccinated, she sent me her audition, and I loved it so much. The tone of her voice, the facial expressions, I loved her acting so much that I changed the character from a white man to a white woman. But yeah, she did so phenomenal, man. I was like, oh my God, yes, definitely gotta use her. So then after that, so she was the first one I picked. And then it was cutting down to the wire. So I was like, man, I need this one main actors. I was getting some submissions, but it wasn't really what I was looking for. And then probably like on the last day that I was like, oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. It's getting close. I think this was like May 5th or May 6th. TJ Hall, you know what I'm saying, who plays Anthony in the film. Man, he sent me his audition and I loved it. I was like, oh, this is exactly what I'm looking for. So bam, I had my two main characters. I had Jennifer and had Anthony, so I sent them the script. I think this was May the 6th. I did a Zoom table read with them. I was like, hey, yeah, I need you. I say. They was excited to get the script to it. I said, yes, I'm glad y'all love it. We shooting this mug May the 19th. I know they was like, wow, they didn't say it, but I know in their mind, they were like, oh, wow, but was very professional. We had like 2 Zoom readings. I knew that they rehearsed with themselves also to get everything down packed for us to get the facial expressions, the tone of the voice, giving them, cues and little notes that how I want them to say this or what movement that I want them to say on this certain part. And they did a phenomenal job.
Well, Anthony is really a kind of rebellious type of person when it comes to rules, when it comes to following what the norm is. He's somebody who wants to look outside the box. He's not really interested in the things that people say and do. He's more looking at the facts of this is what the president's doing, this is what the government's on, and I'm against that. And so he's really against everything that's for the betterment of the country.
And Jennifer is probably someone who watches the news a lot, is worried about the vaccine, and she's she's worried, and she wants everybody to be safe, and she's gonna get angry at him a lot. So
yeah, I irritate her.
So I didn't tell her this, but so in person rehearsal, I always like to install confidence in my actors and let them know I believe in them. So they was reading off the script a little bit, but I could still kind of feel that they had it, but I almost didn't have it. So I was like, man, because I think we were shooting either the next day or 2 days later. So I was like, man, I hope they got this down fact, because like I said, it was heavy dialogue. So needless to say, the day we shot, man, it's always something. Like no matter how much you plan, you can't never get a shoot right. You can plan fully everything down to the T, but a shoot sometimes still don't go right. But let me rewind this back real quick. So I had my main actor. So then I was like, okay, I need a cinematographer right now. So lo and behold, I met this guy named Mike, Mike Specker. I met him actually through my boy Chris. I was the producer on my boy Chris Phillips' film. Mike came to do audio, and like I just saw this great spirit about him. We hit it all cool, what I'm saying? I was like, hey, I'm a writer and director, and he was like, we exchanged information. He was like, I'd love to see some of your stuff. So I sent him some, I hit him up I think the next day he sent me some of his stuff. I sent him some of my stuff. So I was looking for these cinematographers because I wanted this film was so powerful to me, that I was like, man, whoever shoot this, I need somebody great to shoot it. This cannot be a film where the audio is off or the film, the picture doesn't look right. I need everything perfect because I feel this is a very powerful, monumental film. So I hit Mike up. He said, yeah, we discussed everything, and he was on board. He had a great audio person. He found the audio man, and everything was great. So we filmed. We didn't get to finish the film. It took us 2 days to shoot this film. So on the first day, we shot the boss scene, Mr. Robinson scene, which Kurt Aubuchon plays. We shot the secretary scene, Anita scene, which Stacey White and Tabitha Shante plays. So we didn't really even get that full dialogue from Anthony and Jennifer, which I think probably was even great because it gave them a couple more days. Because I think we shot it like 2 or 3 days later. We had to go back one more time and shoot all that dialogue scene. So they had it down packed though the first day too, because we still shot a lot of that dialogue scene, but we shot it from Anita Morgan's viewpoint or whatever. So we finished it, I think, on the 22nd, 23rd, something like that.
Lacey's very chill. We get along with him very well.
Lacey is somebody that you can easily relate to. He's always got a smile on his face and keeps everyone uplifted. And he's very like a very humble person, someone that I would love to work with again.
Yeah, same here.
I think this is going to be one of those films that really stands the test of time. It's deep. While you should definitely see it, you should definitely see this film because it's what we're living in right now. This is the time we're living in, and it's very powerful. It's very creative. It's not biased. Like I said, it's something that we need to hear. It's something that it opens the door for dialogue. Like I said, it creates healing. And I just think it's a powerful film, and I promise you do not want to miss this. If you have missed any other films, if you haven't seen any other films, this film right here, Are You Vaccinated? You do not want to miss it.
People should see this film because it relates to the time. It's something that I know people have gotten into arguments, lost relationships over. So I feel like this is that turning point of a new day and age. We're in a new time. Vaccines, COVID, this isn't stuff that we were really talking about 10, 15 years ago. But now, since it's so heavy and big, now we're making a film about it, and which is necessary because so many people disagree on this topic that I don't feel like it's ever going to be a settling agreement to it. Everyone has their own opinion on it. So.
Right. I feel like, basically what he said. I think it just sums it up.
And shout out to all the actors. Shout out to all the crew. Shout out to each and every person who helped make this film possible.
So many people have moved on from COVID, but there's still that lingering feeling that it's not over. And so therefore you're gonna have so many disagreements and conversations about COVID and vaccine, which everyone's getting tired of talking about. But at the same time, this is what it's about. It's the relevance of the time. It's going to be something that is probably going to be talked about for the next 10, 15 years. So what better now, to make a film about it and to have people discuss it. So after seeing the film, they can have those same discussions, but it'll be healthier because we basically set the ground for the conversation. We basically went through the many topics as we could. And so they're gonna do the same thing, but it's more simplified. They don't have to make an argument about it. They don't have to try to figure out what the solution is. We've given them a solution.
Make sure y'all go and see Are You Vaccinated? It will be out very soon at festivals. Just follow me on social media, Lacey G Souldier Turner. That's my Facebook, or G Souldier on every other platform. Twitter, Instagram. Make sure you follow me, and I will keep you posted on updates and everything when this film will be shown. So salute to everybody. That is the story of how Are You Vaccinated was created, and I will check back with y'all later. I'm off this piece. Bars.
Are you vaccinated?